Hello everybody, welcome to your very last week in History 110, so week 16. This week you have the last two modules to complete and your podcast to complete, any outstanding discussions or annotations that you might have missed, and then you'll be all done with History 110. So congratulations to all of you for making it to the end. I was just scrolling through looking at all the modules that I posted over the past 16 weeks, and we have done a lot of stuff. So you should feel very proud of yourselves for making it this far. I'm thoroughly impressed and happy with how the class did. I'm very, it's a bittersweet moment. I'm sad to see you all go. I really appreciate all of the thoughtfulness you brought to all of the assignments and the discussions and annotations. And then again, looking forward to the break and getting a little bit of a rest too. So I'm sure you all are as well. All right, so this video I'm going to do a bit of an overview for the last two modules. Module 29, we will be examining the rise of conservatism in the United States. So it focuses mainly on the administration of Ronald Reagan. Reagan is elected in 1980. He's elected again in 1984. So we're going to look at all of the major contributions or impacts of Reagan's presidency. So economic policy, we'll look at foreign policy, we'll look at the social and cultural conservatism that is expanding in conjunction with Reagan's administration. So organizations like the Moral Majority, the Christian right, religious right, they are extremely important for Reagan's success, and they're also extremely important to examine as examples of social activism in their own right, organizing for things like anti-abortion, anti-gay rights, things like that. So we're going to get into that too. In addition, we're going to be talking about a lot of crises of the 1980s and the 1990s. So everything was kind of viewed as a crisis in this moment, and we'll get to, hopefully you'll see why once we get into the modules and how people were sort of framing these issues as examples of, basically battles over morality and the health of the country. So things like the HIV/AIDS crisis, the drug crisis, crack cocaine epidemic. We'll look also at crises concerning foreign policy and the U.S.'s involvement in sort of the last vestiges of the Cold War. And then Module 30 is the last one. We are assessing the 1990s all the way up through the recent past. And I originally wasn't going to do this way. I ended up skipping a module back in one of those weeks earlier when I was sick. So I had to sort of sandwich together two last modules, put them together when I was originally going to do them separately. But I'm actually glad it worked out like this because there are some remarkable similarities in the things that we were talking about in the 1990s, the overall cultural and political debates that we were engaging in, and the topics we were concerned about, and then what's going on in the past decade, in the 2010s. So as we close out the decade, we're moving into a new decade in January. I thought it's really interesting sort of to reflect on those two moments in time, like the moments that we just lived through, and then the 1990s, the end of the millennia, and seeing what happened, seeing how we dealt with those things. So we're going to be examining things like sexual harassment with the Anita Hill case. We'll be looking at the LA riots and conversations and tensions over police brutality and racial discrimination. We're looking at lots of tensions over immigration and immigrants' rights within the context of the United States and the welfare state. We will look also at the changing nature of welfare and poverty, especially under Bill Clinton, and what happens with that. And also expanding a conversation about gay and lesbian rights. So we're looking at things like don't ask, don't tell policy, gay marriage, hate crimes. There's a lot of key sort of issues that resurface from in the 1990s, or they come up to the surface in the 1990s and then they resurface in the 2010s. So I'm really interested to hear, what connections that you all see between those two moments in time. And I did ask a poll everywhere question about that, so you'll have to tell me. All right, so that's it. If I was seeing you all face to face, I would have brought donuts for our last meeting, but since we were just seeing each other virtually, I'll just say go have a donut. think of me, or whatever breakfast treat is your style. Once again, I really appreciated all the hard work you all brought to this class. Please let me know if there's any questions that you have that come up over the next few days, especially in regards to the podcast, submitting them, formatting, things like that. I am available via email. If you did submit to me missed assignments over Thanksgiving break, do not worry. I'm still making my way through them. I have to catch up on grading this week, and I will be all caught up by the end of the week, ready to look at your podcasts, and I'll be looking at your Instagram posts as well. So with that, I say goodbye, and please reach out if you have any questions as we finish up. All right, wishing everybody a very safe, happy, and restful holiday break. All right, bye.